I'm Dr. Walter Matwichuk, and I'm here to talk to you about ideas that hinder achievement of your goals and dreams. In my work with people, not only do I try to get them to be emotionally healthy, but I also help them to be optimally achieving. And my experience has shown that three ideas, amongst others, will undermine their ability to achieve their goals and dreams. One of those ideas is that I must not be frustrated as I pursue my strongest desires. Another is I must do everything perfectly well. And then the third one is that everyone must approve of me. Now, I have to tell you, the first one is particularly self-defeating. Frustration is the price of achievement. And if you tell yourself that you must not be frustrated as you pursue your goals and dreams, you're going to be quick to quit, because many goals and dreams require a great deal of frustration tolerance. Whether you're looking for a romantic partner, or you're looking for your first job or a better job, or you're looking to achieve expertise, say, in an academic subject that's complex, or you're looking to be good at playing an instrument, I have found that there's one thing in common. People will engage in an illogical thought, like, by now I should have found what I'm looking for, or by now I should have succeeded. And the fact of the matter is that when you have this type of thinking, you are prone to give up and stop working at circumventing the obstacle in your way. Now, the alternative to this way of thinking is to say something like, well, I wish by now I would have found what I'm looking for, but sadly, life happens on its time frame, not on mine, and I don't have to have accomplished my goal by now. I'll keep at it. And so what I've found in my life is that when I'm persistent and resist the temptation to say, by now I should have accomplished my goal, I tend to continue to try to influence, change, remedy, adopt a solution. I keep on trying to change the adversity that I face. And I would encourage you to discipline your mind too. Much of what REBT tries to get you to do is to discipline your mind so that you don't give in to these self-defeating ideas. Now, another one is that I have to do everything perfectly well. This idea will hold you back and hinder you because you don't have to do things perfectly well. That's a figment of your imagination, but the reality is that humans learn by doing. We learn from making mistakes. We improve our performance. That's why actors rehearse. And so people who don't allow themselves to make mistakes, don't allow themselves to rehearse, by thinking that they have to do everything perfectly well, or at least the really important things they have to do perfectly well, will not only avoid doing things, but they will also be demoralized when they fall short. And it's only by falling short which we then learn how to get better. And so I would encourage you to say something like, look, I wish I could do everything perfectly well, but I don't have to. I'm allowed as a fallible human to fall short, and I'm never going to devalue myself for falling short. I'm going to keep trying to improve my behavior, but I'm not going to delude myself into thinking that I can do things perfectly well. Now, the third idea that hinders achievement and high achievers don't have is a need for approval. It's perfectly okay to desire approval, but when you need approval, very often you will find yourself anxious and you're not going to be willing to do poorly. You won't have the courage of your convictions and live the life you really want to live, because there's always going to be somebody, a naysayer, who says, well, you can't do this. You won't be able to accomplish it. And then you'll end up living other people's life and pursuing their goals and dreams rather than pursuing your own. So what we teach you in REBT is to give up your need for approval, and you can be open to constructive criticism and disapproval, but you don't have to be traumatized by it. You don't have to make yourself anxious. If you said to yourself, look, I want the approval of other people, but I don't have to have it, and I will accept myself even when others don't approve of what I'm doing, or they don't approve of my goal, or they don't approve of my opinion, I won't be a slave to their values, their judgments. I won't let their goals be the goals that I pursue. I want others' approval. I want the approval of other people, but I don't need it. And I'm going to persist. I'm going to nurture my own self rather than look to other people to keep me going towards my goals. So it's my view that emotional health, the type of ideas, the flexible and non-extreme attitudes that REBT teaches, will increase the probability of achievement. And the way I like to look at goals is we often choose failure, because when we have a goal, we will pursue it, and then when setbacks occur, we then give up, and that more or less seals our fate. If we were to continue to pursue our goal and not give up, then what we'll probably at some point in the future achieve is a modicum of success. And when we achieve a modicum of success towards a goal, we then build upon that success, and we get closer and closer to our goal as we originally envisioned it. I often think about what Nelson Mandela said, which is, it always seems impossible until it's done. I think he had this, embodied the idea that he didn't need the approval of other people to sanction what he thought was right, that he didn't need a guarantee that he was going to prevail in the end, and that he understood that frustration and being blocked by both people and life itself was part of the game of life. And so I would encourage you to use this idea that it always seems impossible until it's done to inspire you to get out of your comfort zone and take calculated risks and accept yourself when you fail, and to acknowledge the frustration that is there, but recognize that you can continue to chip away at your goal and learn from your failures. I would also like to encourage you to watch me work with people on Saturday mornings during my Zoom conversation hour. It's free to attend. It's at 9 a.m. here in New York. And what I do is show people how to think in a way that allows them to sustain their effort even when the going gets rough. So write to me at REBT Doctor, DOCTOR @gmail.com, and I'll be happy to send you the link. I've been doing this now for 235 consecutive weeks, and when people watch it regularly, they really begin to learn some of these healthy ideas, and watching other people learn these healthy ideas strengthen them in your mind. So I would encourage you to watch us on Saturdays and volunteer. I'll be happy to talk to you about a real problem and show you how REBT can help you, first, not disturb yourself, and then two, persist at changing aspects of the circumstances that you're upset about so that you can enjoy life to a greater extent. Thank you for your attention.